Xbox Game Pass. Hundreds of top tier games, day one releases, especially big releases like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and very soon Black Ops 6, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal. There's a bunch of new things coming to Game Pass, including a new tier, cloud-only tier, that may be good for those of you mobile gamers. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Xbox Game Pass. I'm Blaze2K. Hit the like, subscribe, click the bell icon. Let's see what's new with Game Pass. So this comes courtesy of Windows Central. What's next for Xbox Game Pass? Cloud-only tier, exploring ad-based tiers, and the return of the family plan. So one of my biggest complaints is that they've rearranged day one release schedules now. They're basically saying that you need to be subscribed, if you're on Xbox, subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate, which is expensive. I think it's like over $20 a month, and that's not ideal for everyone, because one issue that I have with Game Pass Ultimate is it forces you to pay for cloud streaming. So the only real uses you're going to get from that are if you're playing, if you don't have a gaming PC and you want to play PC games and cloud stream them to your crappy laptop or your iPad or your iPhone. And stay tuned, because I've got a Razer review for the Razer Kishi Ultra coming soon, which would be perfect for your smartphone to play Xbox Game Pass Cloud Gaming. And with this new cloud tier, which is going to be coming out, this might be perfect for you actually, and I think it's cheaper. They're also going to have ad-based tiers, so you're going to get ads in your games, and it should cost you less to be subscribed to Xbox Game Pass. They're really trying to make a plan for everyone here. So Xbox Game Pass has had some growing pains recently, but it still has a wealth of untapped potential ahead, according to Xbox. And obviously with Xbox's purchase of Activision Blizzard and Bethesda, there's a lot to look forward to in the future. There's a new Gears of War coming out, it's exciting. It's exciting. I just hope Xbox don't stumble like they have been doing the past couple of years. And obviously we can get more, if they can get Game Pass on as many devices as possible, TVs, you name it, it's going to make Game Pass more and more valuable as time goes on, right? Xbox Game Pass is the tip of Microsoft's spear for growing its platform, but it has had some growing pains lately. Netflix, Spotify, and other content-based digital subscription services have all undergone the same growing pains over the years, but they're nothing like the microscope Microsoft finds itself under with its own service. I've heard opinions run from the full gamut. Nobody cares about Xbox Game Pass. It's dying. Xbox Game Pass will destroy the game industry as we know it. Now, I don't want things to go the same way as like music ownership has went, right? Where you don't own anything anymore. You basically pay a monthly subscription fee to access games. I like being able to own stuff. I like being able to own music, although that's no longer... I'm blurry. Although music ownership is now a thing of the past for the most part, right? I really don't want games to go the same way. There has been reports recently of Xbox Game Pass subscriptions going down. They've obviously got millions of people paying money every month for this thing, and they're making a lot of money from it. But there are some people that are saying it's dying, or not enough people care about it, and I think that's true. I don't think a lot of people, there's probably a couple of games, for a lot of people, they only play a couple of games. Not everyone goes on Xbox Game Pass and literally plays a new game every day. A lot of people stick to the same couple of games, and you've got to weigh that up against, is it worth paying $20 a month, $30 a month, or, $11.99, I think, for the PC Ultimate Game Pass, to like $22.99 a month or more, or $25 a month to play the same couple of games a month. That's kind of robbing you blind. You really need to be one of those variety gamers to get the most value for your money out of Game Pass, right? Often the negativity comes from people who don't actively use the service, and that is a fair point. If you're not gaming very much, if you don't have much time to game, why are you paying $22 a month, right, to play games like you're not playing? Developers have touted the service for providing much needed cash flow and investment. Users laud the value on offer. Xbox Game Pass follows every sentence Xbox speaks, yet it hasn't quite exploded as some people expected, perhaps Microsoft included. Indeed, there's a finite number of core gamers out there who are interested in the content Game Pass offers. Again, hundreds of high quality games, including a lot of their first party titles like Starfield, Call of Duty now, which is kind of cool. A lot of these smaller indie games. Day one releases: Senua's Saga, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Stalker, Heart of Chernobyl. There's a lot of new games coming out on Game Pass, and here's the prices. Okay, never mind. $19.99 a month. Oh, they've changed it, haven't they? Okay, never mind. Okay, it's still $11.99 for the PC, the basic one, and you get day one releases on PC. For console, it's a little bit, you know, you've got to pay $20 a month. I thought it was $22 a month. My bad. Okay, that's still good. $9.99 a month for the core. You don't get day one releases. You have to pay $20 a month to get the day one releases, and you get an EA Play membership on top of that. That's kind of cool, actually. That's not bad. The pricing's not terrible for it. But there's also an issue of balancing the costs of content acquisition and user acquisition. There's also the issue of cannibalizing other aspects of the platform in order to grow and balance those too. So what does the immediate future of Xbox Game Pass look like in terms of growth? This is by no means an exhaustive thesis on the state of Game Pass, but you can expect a general overview of the current state of play and avenues Microsoft's exploring per our sources. So analysts think Xbox Game Pass is poised for continued growth, but is it? Analysts like Ampere seem unanimous in their belief that Xbox Game Pass will continue to grow, although it might not be the pace that Microsoft initially wanted for it. According to Ampere, the firm expects Xbox Game Pass to hit $5.5 billion in revenue in 2025. The firm suggests that Microsoft's trying to increase its ARPU, average revenue per user, via price increases, also while driving users to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Ampere argues that Microsoft's utilizing the fact that Xbox Game Pass console, now called Standard, will no longer have access to day one games like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 later this year onto the more lucrative tier. As we were talking about before, and as I've mentioned, obviously, they're kind of doing a weird thing now, where it's if you paid for the basic version of Game Pass on console, you got day one releases. Now they're basically making you, or pushing you, to get Game Pass Ultimate for day one releases at $19.99 a month. And especially, and one thing that I don't like about this is if, let's say you're a console player and you want Game Pass Ultimate, not only are you getting all the games on PC and console, so if you have a game on PC, you'll get play all the games on there as well as your console, but they're lumping in cloud gaming, and cloud gaming I don't think is for everyone. You know, I think there should be a middle tier here between core and ultimate that basically gives you day one releases, gives you access to all their games, gives you access to them on PC and console, but excludes cloud gaming, because not everyone wants to play games on cloud devices. Not everyone wants to play on their smartphone. Not everyone wants to play on their tablet or their crappy laptop. Cloud gaming is such a niche thing, so to lump that in and force people to pay for it even if they're not going to use it, it's a little bit unfair to me. I think, like I said, if they put a tier in there for like $15 a month excluding cloud gaming, and then adding, you know, creating keep an ultimate tier but having the middle tier without cloud gaming, I think that'd be ideal. And obviously maybe having a cloud only tier, which we're going to get into in this video, in the article. I think that would be the way to go for Microsoft. That way you've got everyone's bases covered. There's like a tier for everyone essentially. But Black Ops 6 is going to be coming out on day one on Game Pass later this year. And as you know, I'm a big Call of Duty fan. I also stream it quite a lot. Let's see as well. Microsoft has long been keen to get users onto Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which has the highest price, $19.99 a month, thus the best margins. However, as Ampere also notes, it's the only way to get Xbox Cloud Gaming right now, and Xbox Cloud Gaming by itself is incredibly expensive for Xbox to run. So put it on a separate tier and stop forcing people to pay for it if they don't want to use it. It makes no sense to me. And I've never been a big fan of cloud gaming anyway. I just don't like the stutteriness of it. I don't like the reliance on a high-speed internet connection. I don't like the compression artifacts, the delay. I'm really sensitive to that stuff, so cloud gaming is not for me. I don't know why they're going for cloud gaming. Obviously, Google Stadia was a mess. Why is Xbox plowing on with cloud gaming? I don't understand. Obviously, they have made it to where you can now play Xbox cloud gaming on something like a Fire Stick in your TV, which is good for casual gamers, I guess. It's a cheap way to get into playing AAA releases, you know, without costing too much and without breaking the bank and without having to spend $500 on a console. That's kind of cool, but it's just not for me. I like playing games on device. I love having the crispiness, the full resolution, the instantaneous reaction speeds, and lack of input lag, and like I said, no compression and no downscaling and no reliance on the internet. I think that's the best way to go. Now on to the cloud only tier, ad-based tiers, and the return of a family plan. It may be on the cards. So top of mind for Xbox Cloud Gaming monetization is boosted margins buoyed by an in-app purchases. Right now the entire app is basically subscription based with very little upsell, but when more microtransaction heavy games arrive, its fortunes could change, and that could be a good thing or a bad thing. Xbox are going to have to rely on more in-game microtransactions, live service games like Warzone and whatnot to basically increase their margins, increase their profits. That way, the Xbox and the Microsoft stock keeps on the uptick and keeps investors happy, right? That could be a good thing or a bad thing. Mainly bad, basically. I don't want all my games to be live service. Baldur's Gate was a success, damn it. Learn your lessons. Not every game, God of War, Spider-Man, you know, not every game needs a bunch, like, season pass, a battle pass, a freaking, you know, a store where you can buy content. Just give us a full game that's fully made, ready to go. Stop trying to nickel and dime us for everything else, right? But back to the cloud gaming tier. Microsoft hasn't exactly given us a blow-by-blow breakdown of how much cloud gaming costs to run, but you need only to look at other cloud services like Netflix and Spotify to get an idea. Netflix's profitability remained flat in the early years, as the service hasn't reinvested much of its earnings back into growth. Once it had established its own internal studios and started releasing viral TV and movie hits, it began to explode in popularity. Now, this is where cloud gaming can really take off. Microsoft used to talk about reaching 2 billion gamers around the world, which is the total addressable audience, but that figure includes the most casual mobile game players, many of whom find the concept of spending money on a game to be totally alien. Like my parents. You know, older people, the older generation, they don't like spending money on games. So for them, a cloud gaming service where you can just download an app on your phone and pay like the cost of Netflix, right, to have access to a massive library of games, it could be an untapped market for Microsoft, and maybe a cloud-only tier would be perfect for that, right? These sorts of gamers that just want to play games on their phone and not pay a huge amount, they're not going to be interested in Game Pass Ultimate, to where you're going to be getting, you know, all these game releases for your gaming PC or your Xbox. They probably don't even have an Xbox or a gaming PC. So cloud gaming from their phone, I think that'll be ideal, and having a cloud-only tier makes a lot of sense. And obviously that'll make Game Pass more successful, because Microsoft are going to be making a lot more money from those sorts of casual players. It'll be a lot more lucrative for them. And obviously, off the back of the Xbox Game Showcase earlier this year, back in June, it gave there's plenty of reasons to stay subscribed, especially those who love Call of Duty, because Black Ops 6 was also announced to be hitting Game Pass Ultimate day one, which is kind of awesome, and just a regular PC tier. So if you play on PC and you want to get the regular $11.99 plan, you will be getting the new Black Ops. I know a lot of you guys don't play Call of Duty, but that's fine. But there are a lot of new games coming out on Game Pass, which are kind of exciting, like Indiana Jones. And now let's talk about ad tiers. Amazon Prime TV and Netflix both now have ad-based tiers within their service. This gives the absolute most thrifty users a way to enjoy the fun without having to spend a penny. Ad-based tiers can be fully in line with expanding Xbox users who prefer not to pay anything, if indeed it was cost-effective to do it. I've heard Microsoft has been exploring the potential here, but isn't currently actively working on an ad-based Game Pass tier. How would that even work? How would you get ads in video games? Would they basically replace a lot of the billboards and stuff in Call of Duty with like actual ads for like Subway, Netflix, ironically, and like just, you know, banks and whatever kind of crappy ads are on TV these days? That'd be kind of interesting, a subtle way of working ads in. Or let's say you're in the middle of in between loading screens in multiplayer matches, maybe you get an ad kind of like you do with Netflix, right? In between breaks, like game breaks, between loading and stuff, they can maybe shove in a bunch of ads. I think that would just suck as far as game is concerned, right? All of a sudden you're sitting there in the loading screen, and all of a sudden, you know, it's like you're about to get into a match. You click start, find a match, it finds a match, and all of a sudden you hear, oh, O'Reilly's Auto Parts. No. It's not. It's not a thing. It's not going to be a thing. Please don't. For the love of God, Xbox, please don't. So yeah, ultimately, let me know what you think about Xbox Game Pass. Do you think they should have a tier in the middle for Xbox gamers, in between, obviously, in between Core and Ultimate, in between that $9.99 and $19.99 price point, maybe like $14.99, that gives you day one releases, allows you to play those games on PC and console, with an EA Play membership, and just exclude cloud gaming. I think that's the sort of plan I'd be interested in for sure. And obviously a cloud-only plan as well, just for those casual gamers, you know, that just want to download an app like Netflix and have access to a whole swath of games and not have to pay silly money for it, basically. I think that would be ideal for everybody concerned. Let me know what you think, because you are the most important person on this channel, not me. It's you. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be down there in the comments, seeing what you guys have to say. Do you have Xbox Game Pass? Do you play Xbox Game Pass? And what do you think about what I said about having a middle tier that excludes cloud gaming for Xbox console players? And what do you think of a cloud-only tier? And what do you think of ads in between games? An ad-free tier? Would you get Game Pass for free? I mean, why wouldn't you? For free, if it had ads? Do you think that's a good thing? Do you think that'd be a good thing for the industry? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, I'm Blaze2K. Blaze2K, if you love gaming, love handheld gaming, love everything in between, love streams, love tech news, all that sort of stuff, please like, subscribe, click the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one, all right? Click the like, click the subscribe, and ding that bell icon. And if you want to support a little bit more, consider joining the Blaze Champion Squad. The Blaze Champion Squad of Ultimate Champions, where you get exclusive content, access to potentially a Discord very soon, and hopefully a lot more by clicking join and becoming a member of the Blaze Champion Squad. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. I'm Blaze2K. Bye.